Today is Thursday's teachings. Today's trick, Hyperhook. I learned this trick a 1.5 years ago, and I'm now recently getting it to a controlled state to where I can throw it out of anything. But we're gonna hop straight into it. You need 2 things before you attempt Hyperhook. You need a solid cart tricking full and a solid 540 hook kick. Pivot, no pivot, whatever. If you get 540 hook kick and you got a strong cart full, you can learn Hyperhook today. I'm a trained professional. Please do not attempt this without safety precautions, as this is not a beginner-friendly trick. This is an intermediate to advanced level trick. So please practice safely. Always have somebody there with you. Be smart, okay? First step is to get a solid tricking cartwheel. Yes, there are 2 different cartwheels. You got the gymnastics and you got the tricking. Let me show you the difference. First one is the gymnastics cartwheel. This is a tricking cartwheel. See the difference? With a gymnastics cartwheel, your access is straight. That won't allow you to get a good wrap in for a Hyperhook. With the tricking cartwheel, you're low and more slanted. So when you actually put feet to ground, you're more at a frontward facing direction, which allows you to throw that extra spin and get the kick out. All right, after you got that down, you know the difference. It's solid. Let's start slow by doing a cartwheel, pause, and then throwing a full round, okay? Let me show you. Do that a few times so you really feel comfortable, and then combine them together for one fluid motion. Once you're comfortable with that, we're gonna take away the kick and we're gonna turn it into a cart 540 hyper, whatever terminology you wanna run with. It's just a cartwheel with an extra spin, okay? Not dub, but another 90-degree extra spin. So instead of facing the way you took off, you'll be facing frontward. Once you've got that down, we're gonna focus on your wrap. Before we get there, to really get a good 540, it's all on how low you can get that cartwheel push off. You feel what I'm saying? Generate as much power into that cartwheel so when you take off, you'll have plenty of height. Now let's look at the rotation. When you go for a regular cart full, your wrap is up here. It's like a regular wrap, okay? You're not penciling out standard floaty rotation. For the Hyperhook, you really gotta know how to keep your chest down, okay? That's the key difference. With regular like swing throughs and stuff, your chest is up to allow your hips to open up and you can get that kick through. For the Hyperhook, after your cartwheel and you go to wrap, point your chest at the ground, and when you wrap, like wrap down. That's why I say put more power into your cartwheel, because some of that height might get taken away when you go to wrap. That'll make your body more inverted, more horizontal, more in a position for you to kick out of. Do the wrap down. Once you've gotten that down, you got the feel for wrapping down. After your cartwheel, allow yourself a little bit more height before you really snap down. That's what's gonna determine whether or not you can get a clean hook kick off. Another thing when going for the Hyperhook, kind of bring your knees to your chest. That'll, compress so you can release. It'll also help you get a more flip rather than a rotation. The rotation comes from the snap down. Bending your knees allows for more of a flip and for you to get it out, okay? Give it some good reps, and I know you got it, brother. I know you got it. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you get closer. If you did, leave a like for me. I'm out.